Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, today we are diving in to just new everything. I have some drugstore, I have a little high-end, and I'm excited to just dive into all of it today because a couple weeks ago I went to Ulta and I asked you guys over on Instagram, which if you don't follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, they are linked down below, but I asked you guys, hey, what's poppin'? What do you want to see? I'm headed to Ulta. What should I pick up? And the overwhelming majority of you were just like, girl, find us new things at the drugstore. Find us new things in general. And I was like, oh, done. I'm on it. And guys, the long and short of it is I just have a bunch of stuff. We're going to put it on our face. We're going to see what we like, what we don't like. Obviously, we're not going to use it all, but I just wanted options. So today, the name of the game is options. And guys, this is something else that I did. I want to know from you down in the comments, do you want to see a full video on these? I picked up all of the new LA Girl eyeshadow palettes. They release a ton of little 12-pan palettes. They're supposed to be really nice. They're like 10 bucks. And I picked up 4 of the eyeshadow palettes. I picked up 2 blush palettes and a highlight palette. So do you guys want me to do like a full-on dedicated video? Because I feel like this is a lot to go through in a video like this. So let me know down below if you are interested, because girl, they look real nice and real dreamy. And I want to know from you guys. So let me know down below. Do we want to see this? Like, look at these. Hello, look at, it's all colors, it's everything. It's life. So first thing we're gonna do is dive into eyes, of course, and these are the little NYX Ultimate Edit palettes, and I really love the idea behind these because NYX has their Ultimate palettes, which are, I believe, 16 pans. They're 18 bucks a piece, and some people were saying, you know, for the money, for the price, for NYX, like it's not that affordable price point that I know and love, and so NYX came out with these, which is an edited down version of that palette. So they took like the most popular shades out of the $18 palettes, put them in here, and made a $7 palette, and I thought it was a cool way to get the best of both worlds, because you take the best shades, you put them in this palette, you get a $7 price tag. It's a lot more affordable. Okay guys, I had to throw on my glasses real quick because I feel like my white balance is going out, but this right here is the Phoenix palette. Overall, I think they swatched okay. They're not like setting my world on fire or anything, but they are a nice little bright pop of color. So that is the Phoenix palette. Ooh, and this is the Warm Neutrals palette. Now this one I'm feeling. I really, really like the colors. I like the undertones of that. Ooh, this is one of the new Maybelline City Mini palettes. This is Cocoa City. This is gorgeous. I really like this. I love it because it has a lot of different like lighter tones for blending, and that gold is stunning. Ooh, this is definitely a lighter toned, very soft palette, but I'm really feeling this vibe today. Lately, this has been my aesthetic 100%, like really nice, light, airy tones. Oh, so pretty. Ooh, guys, look at those. These are part of the Stila's Little White Lies collection. So from top to bottom, you have Yellow Tails, Mint Myth, and Lilac Legend, or Lilac Legend. And I love the reflect of those. Now, I did see these on the website when they launched probably 2 months ago or so. And I noticed that they were getting a lot of heat for being kind of shitty looking on the eyes. But right here, they look stunning. So I will be interested to see how these translate to the eyes, because oh my God, like those are so beautiful. They're almost giving me like a fluorescent kind of feel. Whew, that's pretty. Guys, I'm having a moment. I need you to tell me down below. I can't do makeup when I have like hair just like strewn about. I feel like it drives me nuts. I have to put my hair up. I need like a little thing on, keep my widow's peaks clear. Like I need a clear, 100% clear canvas to make this work. Oh. So I'm thinking out of all 3 of these, I'll probably go with the yellow one, and it would match the theme of this mini palette right here, which I am obsessed with. So it's not gonna be the most crazy out there look today, but we're just gonna have some fun. So I'm just gonna start off by throwing some Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair on my lid, just to prime a little bit here. Okay, so canvas is ready, and I'm gonna start off by taking these 2 shades right here and running the lighter shade on the inner portion of the crease and the darker shade on the outer portion of my crease. Next, I want to grab this light bone shade with my, you guessed it, BH brush. I will leave the link for the kit down below. And I'm going to run that on the upper brow bone area just to blend everything out. Guys, is it just me, or is Maybelline's formula getting more and more powdery as time goes on? Like when I first started using their City Mini palettes, I fell in love with them. But then ever since the Lemonade palette, I feel like their shadows have just been so freaking soft, and these are just crumbling and like fluffing everywhere. I'm not going to overcomplicate this eye look at all. I'm just going to take this gold right here and a little bit of my NYX glitter glue and run that all over the inner 2/3 of the lid and just make it nice and golden. And then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of that deep brown shade and just blend very lightly on the edge of this gold into the outer V. Guys, here I was about ready to move on to face, and I forgot all about this Epic Ink Liner from NYX. Hello, we're about ready to use this bad boy to trace our upper lash line. Ooh, girl, she's got a point. You guys see that? Okay. Got me some little tick marks going on. That's how I go through, if you're ever wondering. I test the tip, the fluidity, how much comes out. That way I don't ever put it straight to the eye and just have it flood all over the place, because this gives me a good way of feeling pressure, how much comes out when you press, how hard, how precise of a point can you get, that sort of thing. And I'm not doing a thick line, and I'm definitely not doing a wing. I just want a very light black line. Guys, I'm not kidding you. That was so easy to use, and it just glided right on. The thinnest little line. Okay. I really like this. Okay, so now we are ready to move on to primers, and I actually mentioned these on Instagram probably a month or so ago. I was at Meijer, which is my grocery store here in good old Northern Michigan, shout out, and I found these in the little Revlon section, and I was like, what the hell could they be saying here? These are the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Primer for your forehead, and then Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Primer for your face and neck. And I remember when I read this bottle, I'm like, girl, are you just trying to sell me two different primers, when wouldn't they be the same thing? I don't know, but we are definitely testing it out today. Now, according to these, you will see instant results, so I can't wait to see how accurate of a sentence that is. So for directions, it says remove plug, press button of packaging gently to dispense, apply and blend over face and neck wrinkles, wear alone or under makeup. Well, I can tell you right now, this is a thick ass primer. First of all, it reminds me of like almost a silicone pore filling kind of primer. Now, while that gets acquainted with that half of the face, I am going to take the one for the forehead now and use this. Now, it says in the directions to brush product onto forehead lines and wrinkles. Let dry, wear alone, or under your makeup. Okay, it says let it dry. So what we're gonna do now is I actually have one more primer I wanna try, because why not? So I left this little chunk of my face open because I wanna check out the NYX Hydratouch Primer. Bam! I don't know, this was new at the drugstore. You guys said find what's new at the drugstore page, and you asked, I answered, and this was new. So we're gonna put it on our face. Woo. It says on the back, enhance your complexion with Hydratouch Primer. Our primer is infused with chamomile, green tea, and ginseng root extract to create the perfect canvas and give your skin a radiant boost. This is a very similar consistency to the Smashbox Primerizer. Like, it's kind of like lotion, but like a little silicone kind of primer situation, like infused in there, and it just sinks right in. Ooh, and it looks really pretty on the skin. Okay, not mad at it. So now that it's been a couple minutes, I just want to go in here and take a look at my face, see if any of my wrinkles look different. Spoiler alert, they don't. Literally, they look exactly the same. And I'm actually comparing them like side to side. Everything looks the same as far as the wrinkles go. I do see a little bit of a blurring effect through here that looks nice. I don't typically see any blurring here. And the hydrating primer is actually leaving a nice little tack to the skin. Okay. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I did just put this in my products that are worth the hype, which I will link up here. Guys, this is a fan-freaking-tastic foundation. It's so good. It smooths onto the skin, so nice for a drugstore option. So last night, I actually picked up the shade 420, which is this shade right here. It's not totally awful. It's just a little bit too deep. But I wanted to test it out because I feel like the other shades, for some reason, they keep making me look a little bit peaked, or I look a little pale. Like, I'm just having an issue finding my exact color. So I figured, in a weird turn of events, why not just go up a shade to 420 and give it a shot? Now I will, if need be, mix it with a little freckle of 405, which I have sitting here, because this foundation does oxidize a little bit on me. But nonetheless, I'm just going to take and apply this to the skin, and we're gonna see how it goes. My forehead still looks all kinds of creasy and cakey, and it's just not, I don't know, this isn't looking good. Like, if anything, on the Revlon side, I would say those primers are making this foundation look thick and cakey, which is not typical for this at all. So that's a little bit disappointing, but nonetheless, we are gonna move on to another concealer. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Lightweight Medium Coverage Concealer. Guys, 25-hour, really? So this is in the shade 001 Ivory, and it's got one of these little cushiony thingamajigs right here. So let's take a little bit of this and see how it looks under the eye. All right, let's go ahead and blend this out. Now, it does say this is a lightweight medium concealer, so I'm curious to see what their version of medium is. Okay, maybe we have to build to get to the medium portion of this. So I'm gonna add just a tiny bit right in here. That's all I need, really. I'm just not getting any coverage on my blue little bags. Yeah, no, I don't think this is really buildable to medium at this point. I feel like I've given quite a bit of a chance here, and I'm mainly getting a nice bright base, which is nice, but I'm just not getting any coverage for my blue little bags. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this now and highlight the rest of the face with just a little bit of it, because it does have a very nice brightness to it. Like the under eyes are looking pretty awake, which is shocking because girl, they're not awake, let me tell you what. So just to be fair to the concealer, because it is new, I am gonna go ahead and set my under eyes and the Hulk with the Laura Mercier powder, just because it's something I know how it looks, I know how it reacts under the eyes. And then we are gonna go ahead and dive into some new powders. Okay, so given the Hulk situation, I'm gonna say that that forehead primer is not any good. And like, it's not just the Hulk either. It's like all these little fine lines. They look so freaking emphasized. Ugh, this is not cute. All right, so for the rest of the face, this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Loose Powder in the shade Translucent Light. Okay, so this is already throwing me off. That does not look light in the slightest. It looks very dark. Let me swatch a little bit here. Ooh, I wanna see if it's actually translucent. Actually, that's not bad at all. Like, okay. Normally it's way worse than that. Interesting. This is also interesting. It came with this little mushroom looking thing. I'm assuming you can press this onto the skin. Okay. Well, you know what, we'll just try it on like a little patch. Like let's just do it over here. And we'll just kind of tap it in. Oh God, and it's so hard. Ew, no. Try again. Don't like it. Okay, I just dumped a little bit into my clean Laura Mercier cap, and I'm just gonna use this on my big old jumbo powder brush here and set the face. Okay, so true story, guys, I think I really like that powder. It's giving me like a beautiful, very, very natural sheen to the skin, which I think is nice, but it's not overbearing. Like, it doesn't look like there's glitter. It's just a very naturally radiant kind of powder, and it settled in perfectly, like over this entire textured area. I think it gave a little bit of extra coverage, which is always just a nice little touch. And it set the face really beautifully, and it looks nice on the nose. I'm not mad at this. So moving on, I have a new bronzer to try, super random, but this is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed, and this actually looks really beautiful. Ooh, not bad, very light, which is good because I'm super pasty. I would rather build it than have it just go in and look absolutely crazy on my skin tone. So I am going to go in here with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush, and I'm going to just lightly bronze up the skin. Ooh, guys, I like this. Oh, I like this a lot. That looks really, really pretty. And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the Doritos in the trees. Bronze the double chin. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I might be obsessed with this bronzer. This is stunning. Like, the more I look at myself, the more I just love how this looks. Yes, it is a little over bronzed up here. I'll go over with like a finishing moment and kind of wiggle that around a little, but this looks beautiful on the skin. Settled in, absolutely stunning, blends out like a dream, no complaints. Wow, wow, e.l.f., you did that. You did the damn thing. Okay. All right, so next up we're diving into blush, and I'm not gonna lie to you. This is one of the whole reasons I wanted to do this video. Like, there were 3 things in here that I really wanted to play with. This is one of them. Like, guys, look at this. How could I not? Oh. So these are the shades. I'm obsessed. The orange one, I don't think I would ever use. Obviously, it's a little bit too intense for my skin tone. This pink one is so rich in pigment, but overall, I love these. I think I actually want to go in with the shade Adore Me, which is this shade right here. And I think I'm just gonna do that with this big ColourPop brush. It's a big kind of a fluffy style, and I want something that I can really work the color into the cheek a little bit. So I'm just gonna dive in. Oh my God, these colors are so beautiful. Oh, I love it. That's beautiful. Guys, blush books are a weakness for me. I love blush books. This is blending so effortlessly into the skin. I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this Maybelline Superstay powder foundation right here. This is in the shade 102 Fair Porcelain, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this and pat it under the eye and reshape out the face just a little bit. So nothing too crazy, just a little bit of brightness. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so I like where we're at so far. I think that helped really brighten up the underside of the eye. Now I am gonna run in real quick here and just take a little bit of this light brown shade and run it along the lower lash line, and then a little bit of the deeper brown shade and run that on the outer portion of the lower lash line, just to help give me a little bit of color down there. So I was trying to figure out if I should move you guys in for this next part, but I don't think it'll show up as well. So I'm gonna leave you zoomed out, and I'm gonna take the Stila shade here in Yellow Tails. So I'm gonna run this a little bit on the lower lash line up under the tear duct, and a little bit into the inner eye, just to see if I can brighten it up a little. Yeah, it's actually making the inner portion of my eye look really crappy. That's so weird. I've never in the history of Stila glitters had an issue with them like this. It's like taking away all of the foundation in there. It looks like a little black hole on the inner portion of my eye, and it's making my lid look chunky. That is so bizarre. I'm actually gonna grab this Lorac highlight in the shade Celestial. I'm gonna take my little fluffy brush and basically try to cover up that Stila with a little dusting of this highlight. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and set the face so we can do some highlight. I'm gonna go in with my normal Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And for highlight, I'm actually going to go in with this Lorac in Celestial. I have, spoiler alert, been wearing this quite a bit as of late and really enjoying it. The shine that this bad boy gives off, oh, is really nice. I'm applying this with the Morphe R36, and wait till you guys see this shimmer. Oh, so pretty. Okay, we're glimmering, we're shimmering to the gods. We're gonna set our face one more time with the Morphe and then with the Catrice. Get them going. Okay, so now we're gonna dive into some mascara. This is the NYX Worth the Hype Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara in black. I know I look a little bit bright in camera right now. I just tried to go in and adjust the lighting and it's not working out. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that I look like an actual bright little angel from the sky, and I'm going to curl my lashes right on up to Jesus, which is so appropriate for my glowing ass face. And I'm gonna use my little Tarte curler here. So this right here is about one coat. And I don't hate it. It's giving me some decent length, but it feels like a very, very thin formula. So now we have 2 coats. I'm still not seeing a ton of volumizing, which is really kind of bumming me out. Yeah, so this right here is 3 coats. I would say that it's built up about as far as it's going to be. And I'm just not super impressed with this, if I'm being honest. I feel like I have a lot of other mascaras that are better, and this one is just giving me like a standard lash. It's not being super lengthening. It's definitely not being volumizing. My lashes are nice and defined, but they're not like, oh wow, crazy, look at how good they are. You know what I mean? They're just standard lashes. I'm definitely not as impressed with this as I thought I would be. Okay guys, so I wanted to come in here and close out this video in natural light because I think that it'll really highlight a couple of the big things that I've been talking about throughout the video. The main one being texture. So this is the Revlon side, this is the NYX side, and look at how much smoother this side is versus this Revlon side. I just feel like the NYX looks so much better. It is more poreless, it's just smooth overall. And then the one thing the Revlon side was supposed to do was help minimize these fine lines and wrinkles here, and then the special product I use for the forehead, and nothing changed. I look just as fine lined as I always have, so I probably won't reach for those again. I definitely will check out this NYX one though. I feel like my skin looks very nice. It had a nice light tackiness to it that I think just helped everything adhere and really press into the skin, so no issues there. Now if you're wondering on my lips, I am wearing this ABH liquid lip here in the shade Veronica. This is new. I've never tried this shade, and in the past I actually really did like the ABH liquid lips, but I feel like this one is a little more drying than I remember. And I don't know if it's just because it's a deeper shade or what. I love the color, super beautiful. It's just a little too drying for me, but I do love the color. So I wanted to throw it on because I thought it'd be nice. I never go with like this dark, sultry, seductive moment, and I love it. I will say too, just as a side note, if you're wondering, the L'Oreal in 420 oxidized to about 500 on my face. So thank God I'm wearing a hoodie. I need to definitely mix that a little heavier with the shade 405 or 400 to counter how deep it is on my skin tone. But overall, I feel like it's still looks very nice, and I am obsessed with the e.l.f. bronzer. Look at how like stunningly bronzed my skin looks. I love the way that applied to the skin. I think it looks so beautiful. Like, I am obsessed with that Jouer blush book. I think that is so stunning. Other than that one orange shade, I don't see me getting much use out of that, but I really love the rest of the shades, so like I'm not mad at it. And that orange would probably look beautiful in like a fall kind of eye look, so definitely could get some use out of it there. So definitely let me know down below, have you tried these? What do you think? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I want to know your thoughts. And as always, if there's anything that you're seeing come out that's like a new release or about to be released and you're like, hey Paige, I want your opinion, leave it down below, because girl, I check and I am always on the hunt for
new goodies to review for you guys, so leave it down below. And while you're down there, if you want to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, they are both linked in the description box. I would greatly appreciate it. I am on the quest to be verified, and every single follow really does help. So thank you all so much to all of you that have done it. I greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, you can also subscribe and turn on your post notifications because, y'all, I upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That is 5 days a week. The videos go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. And it is a fun, fresh lit time where we are constantly changing and evolving. And you know something I have been loving lately, as you guys can tell, I have been obsessing over doing most of my video in studio and then doing a portion of it in natural light like this. I feel like it just helps give you guys like so many different worlds and views on how I really look. And I don't know why, I just love it. Like, as I was finishing out this video, I sat down to film it in studio 3 times and I was like, no, this isn't doing what I want. I can't capture it. I can't show them what I'm trying to show them in there. So I love doing this. You guys can let me know down below if you don't like it, but I personally think it's working so well as far as actually describing and showing you what I'm talking about. So anyways, you guys can always feel free to let me know down below if there's something you do or do not love. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so, so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
No? Okay. What is hello? Am I in focus? I feel like I'm not even in focus right now. Oh no, you're definitely in focus, Paige. You look fabulous. Okay. Why did I not grab the tweezer and bring it over here? You know what really gets me is that my eye for the first time in days wasn't watering until now. And now there's an eyelash taking up residence in my eyeball. Riding it around like it's a carousel in there. Hello. Rude.